Is it working? Oh, is it possible it's working? Hi, guys. Maybe. Go live. I can't tell if we're live or not. Okay, are we live? I can't tell anymore. Oh my gosh. All right, I think I'm here. It's been quite the morning. Whoa, that's a little bright. All right, let's try. And it snowed last night, and the sun keeps coming out and not. And I've been trying to stabilize the lighting, and then yeah. Anyway, hi, welcome to the daily political terror readings here on the Black and Orange channel. My my adrenaline level is only about here, so. But here we are. Keep calm. Think positive. The future is bright. Kitties. Kitties. So anyway, hello everybody. Oh, the kitties. Hi. You're awake. Hi. He's like, I don't want to be awake. I know, but you're warm and you're adorable. Come on. Oh, let's go hang out. Oh, let's hang out over here for just a minute. Oh, just a minute. Look at the boo-boos. Oh, look at the good kitty. Oh, we need the good kitty right now. I need the good kitty. You're so precious. He's like, oh, precious one. Oh, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. No, precious one. Good boy. Good boy, Bailey Boo. Good boy, Bailey Boo. Precious one. Precious one. All right. Well, I'll let you go back to sleep. I'll let you go back to sleep, sweetheart. Oh, he's a good boy. Duh. Okay, now I feel a little bit better. Little Zen kitty. Alrighty. And we're gonna have to hang on today. The questions today are not the happiest. So, but we're gonna get through this. We're in this together. We're going to get through it. And there are good days ahead. So I'm going to start with that. I'm going to start with a message for us, or just a message for me. If it's telling me, calm down. Hang on. I've got two different places to end the stream afterward because I've got YouTube open and goodness gracious. All right, let me put this over here so I can see your, because I've got your questions over here. And I've got 14. Yeah, I've already got 14 of them. So, all right, so that's there. Kristen Davis, I don't know what that last word is. How do you keep from getting something? He looks like he has a butterfly on his nose. Yes. Some people say it looks like a heart. I think it's cute. Thank you, guys. Oh, how do you keep from getting cat hair all over you? I don't. There's a reason I saved up for months and months to get a robot vacuum. I got a Shark robot vacuum because I have two cats and really long hair, and it's necessary. So, all right, let's start at 4 minutes, maybe 4.5. Let's start with a message for us. Now I've calmed down to get into it. Message for us. Okay. since I got my little robot vacuum, by the way, his name is Dasher. I've been saving up for a small treadmill to go with my standing desk here. So I won't be walking while I'm on camera with you, but in theory, since I spend so much time in front of this desk, I'll have the option at some point. So, Gina says, when you have cats, it's just a condiment. Yeah, you just ignore it. It's like, oh. All right, message for us. That's the first message. Is the glass half empty or is it half full? There's a joke out there that I added to because you will find many pilots, or you will find quite a few pilots are engineering majors, and so the running joke was, to an optimist, the glass is half full. To a pessimist, the glass is half empty. To an engineer, the glass is twice as big as it needs to be. And I added to that, to an engineer's wife, the glass is fine. Leave it alone. Half full, half empty. No matter how bad things look, they're still good. And we are all still connected. We are all still in this together. All right. Let's see here. Devil. And the devil is just low vibration. It really is. That's it. I'm for regular viewers, you've heard me say this before, but for anybody who's new, to me, there is no devil. What there is there's high vibration and lower until kind of we're on our level. This is a very dense, heavy vibration level. But we come down here in these vessels, and these we are integrated with these lovely vessels that can survive at this crushing depth. But from here, there are lower levels where things just get more and more compact and darker. So there's someone down there. No, the people who leave their vessel, but they've been of such low vibration, they basically leave their vessel and they end up sort of down in the more compacted levels. They just go to their energetic level, but they're still connected to the divine. And over time, I call it's like being on a trickle charge, and eventually their energy gets high enough that everything reboots and they can move up. But basically, down in the more compacted levels, they make themselves look scary because they're trying, and if they can contact any of us, they want to scare us because they're parasites at that point. They're living on negative energy. So they want to scare us. So they make themselves look really scary and what have you. It's like, oh, please. Your Uncle Bob, you just chose to have a really rotten life, and or astral gunk that's trying to be a parasite and live off of us. It's just, go away. So 5 of Wands, 7 of Swords, 3 of Swords, Moon. That's the level we're on. It's rancor. It's hard to be down here. And there are the parts of our souls that and the optimistic parts of our minds who
want to be in a happier place, who want to feel the connection between all of us and feel good. But it's a hard level to be on. And, physical vessels can weaken, can fail sometimes, at any age. But, I still get the sense that when there's like an opening, when we're on the other side and there's a chance to be reincarnated, and that we have a whole team, like we're astronauts who have a team around us. And when we're chosen, that we're going to get a slot on the schedule, we celebrate. That's the sense I've always had. We celebrate. Yes, I'm going back. And we know it's hard. So, but we want to help each other, and we are here to raise the vibration of this level. It's not an easy job, but we do it, and we keep volunteering to do it. So anyway, so we are absolutely in this together, and we are all connected. So, oh, sorry about the lighting. It's a mess today, but here we go. All right. Yes, Alexandra, sacred contracts. Yeah. All right. 12 minutes in. All right. These are not going to be pleasant questions today, but this is kind of how we do. We look at the political stuff around here because I want a better idea of what's going on. I want to read the collective energy, get a sense of I don't know, maybe it's just the fact that I'm a Scorpio. The natural detectives of the zodiac. I want to know what's really going on. What's going on behind the scenes? Is there any other source of information we can use to maybe get a little more insight, better judge what's going to happen? Because we are in a sea of energy, and things may seem like, oh, they're happening way over there. It doesn't affect me. Oh, yes, it does. Yes, it does. We are in a sea of energy. So, true, Mel Broussard, Mr. Gravity is sagging my vessel. Oh, yeah. This morning I was, thank you, Wisdom Heart Rights. This morning I was lying in bed, and I just looked up at the ceiling. And as I'm sitting there, I could see little tiny brown clumps that I'd move my eyes and they'd float this way. And then I'd move my eyes the way they float the other way. And it was like, oh. So I picked up my phone and did a search. Oh, as you age, the area in your cornea, it becomes more liquid, and you may start seeing tiny brown clumps of collagen. Basically means you're getting old. It's like, oh, great. Fab. But here we are. Polly Wanda says, a good day for me starts with putting my socks on without falling over. Floaters, old age, yes. Anyway, okay. All right. 14. Russia, hello dear. Russia is recruiting Syrian fighters for urban combat in Ukraine. Linda Stu is saying, you're not getting old. Autumn, your vessel is. It's true. Sandy Miller says, thank you. I just started seeing those too. I'm 57. Well, good for you. I'm 50. I just started seeing them. I don't know. There are just regular kind of floaters but the brown ones. Anyway. Yes, am I avoiding going into the energy of Putin recruiting Syrian fighters for urban combat in Ukraine? Why, yes, I am, but I'm still going to read on it. Oh, L. Fitchell, no way you're 50. Oh, God bless you. Yes, I am. November 6, 1971. Nancy says recruiting or conscripting. Syrian fighters, I think the ones he's talking about are not pleasant. Seriously, not pleasant. Communications, he's also holding the world. And the ones are what I've been getting for Russia's aggression. So now sending communications to Chechen rebels, Syrian fighters, you know, the lovely, lovely, just sweetest people in the world to go attack. Share screen. On my Twitter page. Oh, thank you, Jen. On my Twitter page, by the way, there's a list of streams for the week on social media, community page, you name it. And this is this week's graphic for those. Since YouTube doesn't make a list, there you go. Down here, right here, Russia's enemy. I think that says it all. I think that says it all right there. Ace of Wands, Chariot, Seven of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. Part of this is psychological. Part of it is Putin threatening to send in, basically, who are the scariest people they can think of? What fighters in the world would cause the greatest fear in Ukraine if they were let loose? That's what Putin's trying to do. He also does want people who are not so closely linked with Russia in the sense of, like, my family lives here and the other rest of my family is just right there over the border. Hello, dear. There you go. There you go. Sleep well. Because people are less likely, those people are less likely to, they're more, it's easier for them to shoot at others. Donna Hensley says Putin has no money to pay them. Well, there is that. Some of this is psychological. No money to pay them, but what this really feels like is, if you think that that would stop Ukrainians from fighting, I got news. Yeah. Ukrainians, yeah, you can level their cities. They're not giving up. They're still going to fight back. If there is a Ukrainian person alive who still draws breath, they will fight back. God bless them. God bless every one of them. And Spirit, bless everyone fighting for freedom in Ukraine. Raise the vibration of the whole world. Raise the vibration of Ukraine. Raise the vibration in Putin's heart. That stick in the mud, low vibration, just pour positive energy into that to raise his vibration. Just a flood, but he won't accept it. It feels like the energy is coming down from the divine, and it's just like rolling off of him. Water off a duck's back. He won't accept it. Normally, you can pray for people. You can send them positive energy, and yeah, good people, bad people, because we're all souls. But it not with him. It just feels like he just won't accept it. That's weird. That's sad, and that's awful. I told you there were lighting issues. Oh boy. Michelle, yay, floater started from 846. Fist bump. 6 of Pentacles. The West is helping. Moving big pallets of stuff into Ukraine. Just streaming over the border if possible. That's what I get. Insult. 5 of Swords, Queen of Cups, Justice. That's Ukraine. They've been invaded, and now talk of scary other forces coming in, which does not bode well. It's he better not. I'm getting a big he better not. There better not be hints of it. There's already talk of trade embargoes on Russia, and it just feels like, yeah, Putin, the more he pushes, the worse it's going to get. Mel Broussard is saying Ukraine has received over 17,000 anti-tank weapons from NATO and the U.S. in the last week and a half. Good. Aspie Third Eye is saying there's a black cloud around Putin. Ugly soul's astral junk. Nothing can get through. The man is a total loss to universal consciousness. Okay, I'm not going to go with total loss. I mean, even the E word, that guy, last name begins with E, he's at a very compact, dark level, but there's still this tiny little trickle charge, and there's someday, basically, there's gonna be enough energy there that his system will reboot, and he will understand everything he did. He will feel it all, and that's when he will start a very long process of working his way back up into the collective. Even he. So Putin, yes, he's a psychopath with the energy of a serial killer. Matter of fact, I saw a really interesting video earlier today. What are those videos? Today I learned that, or I learned. Anyway, there's a channel on YouTube, and it was, why does Putin walk funny? He has full use of his right arm, but he doesn't move it when he walks, and he's slightly turned when he walks. And back in 2015, some doctors got together, and basically what they believe it is, which most likely is trained KGB weapon, and always being in position to draw your weapon quickly. They call it a gunslinger's gait. And there are a few other people who were in KGB that are in Putin's circle, or at least in the military, who do something similar. But Mendevev, I don't remember his name. The other guy, the stooge, Putin's stooge, who they switch back and forth between president and whatever other made up thing they have so Putin can stay in power. Putin's puppet guy. Does the same thing, walks the same way now, but apparently he was never in the KGB or military. He has some of Putin's mannerisms. Medvedev. I can't get it straight. Thank you, Gretchen. Medvedev. He's so awful. So that guy was apparently trained. That's the only thing they can figure out. He was actually trained to pick up, to have more of Putin's mannerisms. So it would be more cohesive as they just Putin just keeps switching their positions. But yes, he's a psychopath, and he has the energy of a serial killer. So, okay, I'm feeling like I really need to skip to number 3. Okay, 2630. 2630. Zelensky, Ukraine's president, seeks international trade embargo on Russia. And that feels like it should be a thing. Yeah, I know there are people who are like, "Ooh, it's a haunted house. Let's go there. It'll be spooky and scary, and it'll be fun." It's a bunch of astral gunk. Why would you clear the house? It's like just going into a bad neighborhood. Why? I guess people are looking for some kind of proof or some kind of direct spiritual experience they haven't had. But ick. Pamela Bryant says, we need to look at puppy, dog, and kitten videos. You on that one? All right. I like that, Mel Broussard. After 40, patch. Yes. All right, 2028. Trade embargo. International trade embargo against Russia. Is that where this is heading? International trade embargo against Russia. Magician standing up. Zelensky. Knight of Cups. 2 of Cups. This is good. Knight of Swords. 6 of Swords. 10 of Cups. This would be some kind of a military action. Can also be, swords can also be, it can be law enforcement, it can be military, it can be voting, it can be legislation, it can be it's aggression. This is the loudest card in the tarot deck. You can just hear all the clanking and the horse running and the armor clanking and the wind rushing and the And it's right next to moving things in and out. And this is the West. This is Ukraine working with the West, and the West working together. And it ends with a 10 of cups. That's good for liberal democracies. I'm not feeling a complete trade embargo. There are some countries that are not going to go that far. So international trade embargo against Russia. Let's see here. International trade embargo against Russia. Oh, Linda Johnson. David Johnson from Australia said Putin is using the dark arts to stop people from reading him. I haven't seen that video. I usually watch David Johnson. He's awesome. Seems like the biggest sweetheart. Interesting. Yeah, that would be a serious lack of stuff all over Russia. Knight of Swords, Tower, 5 of Wands, Queen of Swords, 6. This is absolutely, yep. Big embargo. Big embargoes. The longer this goes on, the harder things are going to come down on Putin and Russia. And I'm not getting any, the cards are really clear. So no, W was not exactly the best judge of character, considering who his vice president was. Aditya saying Russians are going to use the Chinese payment gateways due to Visa and MasterCard ban. Oh, and American Express. Yes, but it's not quite the same. So they are thinking that by kicking Russia off the SWIFT system, that the system that they use, that China uses, what have you, that may stabilize, that may become more popular. It was a risk they were willing to take, though, to try to stop the advance in Ukraine. Okay. All right, 33. Just in. The EU will officially start processing membership requests for Ukraine, Georgia, and Moldova. I think the main thing we're thinking about right now is Ukraine. It's an economic, joining the EU is an economic linkage. It's not instantly a defense treaty or a defense agreement. Ukraine joining the EU. The sun will rise one day in Ukraine, and they will be free. They will be free from all of this pain. I just got that beautiful sunrise image on the city, on Kyiv. That was nice. Chariot. There are a whole bunch of hoops you have to jump through to get EU membership. 8 of Wands, 6 of Swords, Ace of Swords, and one of them I think is you have to not be in an active war or something, but they're being, oh, this is Russian aggression. This is Russian aggression. This is, well, it's a way also to move the EU to move supplies. I mean, Ukraine is just welcoming the supplies, but this is, they're part of the EU. Stuff can just flow straight in because they're in the same economic sphere, if that makes a difference. This would help them defend themselves. But there's some countries who don't want these countries in the EU. They'd accept them in NATO before they'd accept them in the EU, because the EU is that economic force, and it's going to take a lot to rebuild Ukraine. But I wish I could say yes, but I'm getting a lot of saying yes, acting meh, feet dragging. The energy is kind of it's there, but it's something a little bit nebulous about it in the background here. So, well, what about NATO membership? 3630. 3630. NATO membership for Ukraine? Question mark. Aditya is saying, yeah, there are many parameters to join the EU. It's very tedious. Yeah. C. Johnson says, I hope Putin has to pay to rebuild Ukraine. That would be how it should be. Oh, man. NATO. Will NATO extend to Ukraine? Oh, Warrior Witch, we know how awful Putin would be to the Ukrainians. NATO. Again, the outward yes, inwardly, if they join NATO right now, that means we have to go put boots on the ground. Which means we have to go to war with Russia. Warrior Witch is asking, has Poland given Ukraine the fighter planes yet? I don't know if they've actually done it, but my understanding was the US was agreeing to give Poland some newer fighter jets if they sent their current jets to Ukraine. But I don't know if it's happened yet. Oops, 8 of Swords. 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, 7 of Wands, Ace of Wands. Putin was so upset, he didn't want them to join NATO. So this is people really, really considering it. And this is Putin just watching, waiting to see if it happens, feeling very much on the defensive, and then lashing out. Oh boy. Ukraine. Newest member of NATO. But there's a lot of talk. There are a lot of, I'm just getting a lot of people like walking around political buildings across the world, around the world, with good ideas on how Ukraine could be helped if they can just get more people to listen to them. Again. 10 of Wands, strength. 3 of Wands, Knight of Swords. What? People's intuition being hit? Exactly, Wheezy Squeeze Box. When Ukraine gave up their nuclear weapons, they were promised they would be protected. Exactly. Burden, strength. Russia's still watching. Maybe. There's aggression here in the West. Actually, the Western people in general actually being more positive toward the idea. But it's not here. It's in future. I'm afraid there's a lot more damage that can happen between here and there. But Russia's afraid. Putin's afraid. He was afraid of NATO being on his doorstep. And guess what you just did, Spiff? Just made it a lot more likely they are burdened. Their forces are being bogged down. Ukraine is muzzling the Russian military base. And if it isn't perfect, it's good enough. Because Russia didn't send troops in with enough supplies. Their own supply lines are a mess. And it's just, and the Ukrainians are just pounding on those front lines, the front line Russians. Just pounding away. Even if the Russians keep advancing, they're doing it at major costs. And the West is right there. Right there. Kevin Brazil. Didn't our old friend Nostradamus say the eagle and the bear will join to battle the dragon? U.S. and Russia combining to fight China? That's scary. But who knows what he meant. Anything else? Anything else about this? Because then we're going to go on to other topics that are just as unpleasant, I'm afraid. But be heartened. Be heartened. Democracy will win here. That's what I'm getting. And I'm getting that very clearly. It's coming at a price. A very, very high price. But democracy is coming. Actual democracy, not that authoritarian garbage that Putin calls democracy. So at least there's that. 4 of Cups, Page of Pentacles. Sorry, one left to right for you. Four of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. Well, if Putin thinks Ukraine's just going to collapse within the next few days, and that's that. Yeah. Holly and Francis, can we reserve one question each day for something lighthearted or upbeat? Absolutely. If you've got something fun to read on, I'm willing to take suggestions. Okay, so next. 4530. Let's have a quick look at this. 4530. U.S. and allies discussing the potential for Ukrainian government in exile. Let's see. Zelensky's like, no. But and Kelpie, she's not from Slovakia. She's from Slovenia. On my mother's side, my great-grandparents, 3 were from Slovenia, 1 was from Croatia. And I have been told repeatedly that, other than the fact that my father's a carrot-top redhead, so I'm hecka pale, I look Croatian, is what I'm told. Racially, I look Croatian. I've got the high forehead, I've got the high cheekbones. I mean, I've got the 5 head. I've got the high cheekbones, kind of a little pointy chin, little button nose. That this is kind of, apparently I look Croatian. Trillium Treasures would like to know, fun question, is Trump's hair a sentient being? I like that. We'll get to that just a little bit later, that kind of fun stuff a little later. 47. Ukrainian government in exile. I'm getting a mental image of someone like walking into, again, one of those like big government rooms in, Brussels or something, and the the tall windows, and they're like big tables, but they're like unfolding them, unfolding chairs, unfolding tables, big table to put there for this government in exile or something. But and I'm not saying that's where it would be, it's just mentally image, that's what I'm getting, that kind of place. And like someone brings in a printer fax machine kind of thing and puts it, but I'm not getting people. Like they set up a bunch of stuff, but I don't know. Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands, 10 of Wands, Justice. I'm getting, they are, Ukrainians, they are making Russia pay. They're making Russia pay. I don't think you're going to get, I don't think you're going to get, there might be something just in case. There may be a few people who are sent off, but no, they are determined. And I think you would have to do bodily harm to Zelensky to remove him from Ukraine. So, yes, Aditya, resilient, exactly. Having just a quick look. Polywana would like to know if Trump will embrace his baldness. Okay. 50. Will Russia conduct any cyber attacks on the U.S., specifically our banking systems? Will Russia conduct any cyber attacks on the U.S., successful cyber attacks on the U.S.? Specifically our banking system. Oh, that's our banking system. And our banking system is mighty. The U.S. financial system is actually quite massive. So, yeah. Strength. King of Wands. Ace of Swords. Page of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. This is more ransomware. We've got some heavy duty protection for the really big stuff. This feels like the normal kind of ransomware garbage. So, hello, Kate. Kate Priest is in a house. I used to work with her. We used to work together. In a bookstore. And my day always improved when I saw Kate was there that day. It feels like we are well protected. We're pretty well protected, but there will still be ransomware, stuff like that. That's what I'm getting. What about our banking system specifically? Our banking system specifically. Hello, Brian. Knight of Swords. Okay. Three of Wands. Page of Cups. Page of Swords. This is small potatoes. This is nothing. So, according to the cards, I don't think we have to worry. Just be sensible. But because I know there's been talk and people worried about their money in the West here. Do we need to be afraid? Do we need to be worrying? We're worried. We're working. We're worried. Is something bad going to happen? Our economy is just pulling itself together. But these cups here, these three are knocked down. These two are upright. And over here, this is 8 cups all upright. This is good. So, Mel Broussard says, strengthen your passwords, make them longer and stronger. That's quite fair. Okay, so Pamela Bryant says, Autumn, that's wonderful. I won't have to worry about pulling my $20 out of the bank. All is good. We do not have to go to the bank. Anybody know what line that's from? And I was thinking the movie. 5430. $54.30. All right. Britches and Stitches was saying, why isn't anyone bombing Vlad's palace? Well, the West isn't doing it because they're afraid of, they don't want it to, whole thing to spiral out of control. Why haven't any of the Russians done it? I don't know. Five Cups. Fruits of labor, my eye. Empress. Fool. Because they haven't overturned him yet. And it's actually really hard to get anywhere near his billion-dollar house. So, oh, not one of you tried to guess the movie. All right, fine. Okay, this is the next question. It's pretty scary, but let's look at it. Let's be strong. Think positively. Future is bright. Keep calm. But let's move forward. All right, 56. In the news, they are saying the Lithuanian president has warned Blinken, Putin will not stop in Ukraine. Oh, no worries, guy. Mel Broussard got it. I remember Mama, the movie, the black and white movie. Is all is good. We do not have to go to the bank. They would gather every Saturday, Sunday, sit at the kitchen table, and everyone would put in the coins they had made that week and pay this and pay that and pay the other. Is all is good. Everything's paid for. We do not have to go to the bank. And it turns out the parents didn't have a bank account, but they didn't want the kids to worry. All right. Oh, no. Technical difficulty here. Okay. It is beautiful. Will Putin stop at Ukraine? Sun. I'm hearing the sun sets in the west. Ace of Swords. Yes, Warrior Witch. Putin wants to end Western democracy, period. That's true, but we're asking, will he go on from Ukraine? Ace of Swords, that would be starting trouble, but that's on the defensive. Hierophant. 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. Well, now, our aces can be starts of things. They can either be large, whatever that is, a large amount of money for Pentacles, huge overflowing emotion, something extremely emotional if it's the Ace of Cups. This can be a military action or a threat. It can either be or the start of something. But I am getting wands for what Putin's been doing, and that's on the defensive here. This is governments. This is an economic situation, an economic plan usually. And this is a card of merchants, specifically Cups would be Western merchants. So the only thing here that's really only Russia is actually this minor arcana card of being on the defensive. And it feels like if Putin kept going, basically feeding vast amounts of money into the U.S. military industrial complex. That's pretty much what that would do. I'm not. Does he want to? Of course. Is he going to? I think things are not going so well. And the economic problems are mounting. Matter of fact, if he left Ukraine today, just said, okay, we're done. Just everybody pick up and move out and just leave. And the whole rest of the world said, oh, okay, we understand. You tripped, you fell, you accidentally bombed these things and shot these people, but it was an accident. We understand. Okay. So we just raised all of the sanctions, just let everything go, right? It would still take months upon months upon months, if not years, for Russia to recover. Just right now, let alone as this continues. Every day that these sanctions are in place or a trade embargo is in place, it's that much longer, exponentially longer it will take for Russia to recover later. So oh, refills from Pamela. Thank you. Oh, good. I needed that. I had quite the morning and no breakfast, which I don't like doing. I like to at least just, have a little protein bar or something. But this protein shake in my coffee is all I've had today. And some vitamins. That's it. But I'll eat after this. Why am I telling you this stuff? Because I'm here. 102.30. Okay, we're moving on to domestic stuff. Well, mostly domestic stuff. Leslie Siemens was asking, is Trump involved in Putin's war? Oh, Captain Bonespurs. Trump. Another line from a movie, my favorite line from Somewhere in Time. Well, there must be something you like about him. Yes, his absence. That's how I feel about Trump. Is Trump involved in Putin's war? He doesn't help. He takes. Oh, the Republicans will love this. He's a taker. He's not a maker. He's a taker. Oh, it's killing his business. Oh, it is absolutely brutal on his business. No more little Russian messengers with little deals, little real estate deals or envelopes of money, or nope, this is death of Trump's financial situation. Couldn't happen to a bigger jerk. I'm not sure there are many bigger jerks. Oh, I've made Frida Smet laugh. Good. My day, it feels like it was worth getting up today. Just being able to make you guys laugh now and then. 105. Sue Evan was asking, how involved are the GOP in Russian money or banks? Well, considering apparently the three largest investors in the largest bank in Russia were all from Kentucky. I wish I was kidding, but it's on the NASDAQ website. It's right there. It's not something somebody just made up. Oh, good, Justin's mom. Good. Susie Buckingham says, like Junior said, we can get all the money we want from Russia. The tap has been turned off. Yes. How involved are the GOP in Russian money banks? Is that why McConnell was looking so glum at the State of the Union? And by the way, this whole thing about stopping legislators from investing in individual stocks and whatnot, that needs to happen like yesterday. This needs to be a law in place right now. We'll get there, but yeah. How involved are the GOP in Russian money or banks? Five of Pentacles. Ooh, little lack of money there. High Priestess, Strength, Four of Wands. That's Trump. That's Trump's base of power, which is going to be talking about Russian money in secret. But the beast is being silenced. And the card for the reading is some taps, indeed. Being turned off. So. Okay. And what I was talking about, 108. Revealed Marjorie Taylor Greene purchased Lockheed Martin stocks 2 days before the Russian invasion. How is this legal? This absolutely should be illegal. Utterly, completely, entirely illegal. Their spouses shouldn't be able to do this. They shouldn't be able to do this. Nobody around them should be able to do this. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Has anybody seen what her recent income from her donation? Exactly, C. Johnson. Can we say insider trading? Yeah. Has anybody seen, like, how is she doing on fundraising? Is the money starting to peter off? Oh, the far right messenger. Oh, lovely. But will she get into trouble? Let's have a look here. Thank you, Constance. Thank you. Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups. Six of Cups, Emperor, Ace of Wands. She does whatever she wants. There should be laws in place to stop this, but there aren't. She just does whatever she wants anyway. Yep, she took advantage of her inside information. Is anything going to be done? It's not illegal. Is the law going to change? Can we please stop people at 1:10:30? Can we please stop people from stop insider congressional trading? Ease. Save. Okay. I'll be able to stop. Moron, she says yes. Is that Marjorie Taylor Greene's income? Are her donations getting less than they used to be? Is that what that meant? I'm sorry. Allison Jacobs, insider trading is illegal, but will they stop this? All right, they're trying to build up. There are congressional people trying to build up a bulwark against this. But I think even last I heard, Pelosi was just like, we're not getting rid of it, which is very unhelpful. Kathy Anderson saying they carry the white privilege card. Insults to, no, sorry, that's the thief card. That's 7 of Swords, Lovers, 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, 3 of Cups. Okay, they will eventually clear this up. And guess which party it's going to hurt the most? But the thief being on the inside, having the super insider knowledge and being able to basically do insider trading in a sense, eventually. But it's infuriating it hasn't happened already. Very annoying. Okay. Sandy Miller says, I think they would be happy to catch Marjorie Taylor Greene doing anything illegal just for an excuse. My understanding is I thought she was heavily involved in January 6th. So, oh man. 1:13:30. Good question. Into uniform. At actually, I'm going to make this 1:14 because I don't know why it's suddenly cold in here. Did my little heater off? Is DeJoy ever leaving? Ever leaving is actually the question. Good question because hello. All right, hold on. There. That should help. All right. D Warrior, which just swooned? What happened? What did I miss? Okay, DeJoy. He's not a joy. He de-joys everything around him, removing of the joy. The de-joying of the Postal Service and anything he can lay his hands on. When are you leaving, you scumbag? And the person who's in charge of the Postal Service should not be allowed to trade or own stocks in its competitors. Why is this a thing? Why is this allowed? Yeah, we're a little disappointed and a little annoyed. I am. For what it's worth, it feels like Biden is too. He's very annoyed. He's trying to get rid of DeJoy, but Six of Swords, Knight of Swords, Two of Swords, Three of Pentacles, King of Cups. I have limited understanding of all the details on this, but being the Postmaster General it's not really, my understanding is you can't really negotiate your salary or your, what you get for leaving. You don't get anything for leaving, to the best of my knowledge. This feels like he's like, oh yeah, you can get rid of me. I just need this many millions of dollars. Just give me that. It's my severance or whatever. And my golden parachute, and I'll go. Oh, you're not going to give me money? Then I'm staying. That's what this feels like. He's made a mess. Absolute disaster. He's done more damage to the Postal Service. And people on the board have keep allowing him to stay. Infuriating. Electrostorm says, so he's there forever then. No, he's not there forever. But he's done a lot of damage. Why is it red? When is he leaving? When can we get rid of him? Exactly, Pamela Bryant. USPS doesn't have golden parachutes. I know. Pamela Bryant says the USPS doesn't have golden parachutes, which I know. Senate Republicans are blocking appointments for Biden's new members on the board of the post office. Have they still managed to do that? I thought that they hadn't been able to continue to do that. I thought some people had gotten through. Yes, Kevin, he's a grifter. He's a scumbag too. Yeah. They are blocking the other nominations. Yeah. Okay. Disappointment. That might be that then. Brian King's going for a coffee, sending love, light, and blessings to you all. And right back to you, Brian. Sun. Two of Wands, Hanged Man. Really? Eight of Cups. Six of Swords. Oh, they're definitely going to get rid of him. And we know all the heinous things he's done. But this is the right wing. This is right wing. This is the card of communication. And this is the far right wing are these wands. The earth there. Did he manage to did he manage to stop packages going to Australia or something stupid? There was talk of that for a while. Oh, Kathy Anderson says, I offer my service, Biden. Oh, bless. You've given so much already. But he will go. He'll be forced to go. And when he goes, it's going to be very much a, like, here, you don't even have to pack. I've got all your stuff together and I've put it in this box for you. Here you go. You can just walk right out. Goodbye. there are some people there who are just pick up his stuff. They would just, if they could, they would all like get together and just like pick him up by his collar and his belt and just yeet him out the front door. Yeah. Gretchen is asking, will he face charges? Let's see. Pamela Bryant, he stopped packages mailed to New Zealand and Australia. So he did manage to do that. Yes, Joanne. Goodbye. Chat Wadsworth says, will employees stand in a line with meringue pies? Eight of Cups. Get out. Five of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups, Three of Cups. It will get better. It will. I'm afraid I don't have, the tarot's not good with time, but it's definitely going to get better. And he is despised. It feels like inside the post office, he is absolutely despised. Oh boy, man. All right. I still have more questions here. I want to see if I can get through because I ended up starting so late. StreamYard not letting me in, and I'm sorry about the delay this morning. StreamYard, hitting the button and it's just spinning and spinning and spinning. It's like, ah. And then I went to YouTube and I started there. I started the live stream. I tried to start the live stream there, but then it wasn't picking up my camera. It was picking up part of the thing from StreamYard, so it was getting the background picture and the overlay, but it wasn't picking up my camera. So it wasn't putting me in there. And I'm just like, oh. So, and then I was trying to figure out anything I could, and it took a long time. But anyway, 1:20, 2:30. So I'm sorry about that. Well, this might mean something, maybe not. But you know, it hurt his little feelings. So apparently, there was a secretive think tank conference with GOP mega donors. Woo. Trump wasn't invited. Does it mean anything? Oh, thank you, Fran. Pamela Bryant, Autumn, please stop. We know how you work for us. I'm sorry. Pink, yes. Just another manic Monday. Yeah. Okay. Two of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Three of Wands, Empress, donors, looking to see who's likely to win election. Trump's a big bully, and this is a page, not a king. The mega donors, they don't feel like they're backing Trump. Gary Atkins, I love that song by Prince. Yes. Have a great evening, Baranchi. Thank you for being here. Sun. 3 of Swords, 10 of Wands, Ace of Wands. You have to understand also, Trump has this, he's not going through the mega donors. He's making millions upon millions from the grassroots. And he's not sharing. He has his own thing. I'm getting, that's the other thing, the mega donors, they don't feel like they by giving to Trump, they don't feel like he'll do what they want. So I don't know that it means that much, but 126. Gretchen had a question. What will happen? Now, this I didn't quite understand, Gretchen. You're going to know Warrior Witch Boo Boo was on when I first came on. Gretchen, you're asking what will happen in this audit and future relationships with the IRS and corporate America. What audit are you speaking of? I'm happy to read on IRS. IRS and corporate America. Are they finally going to start going after? Are they actually going to get the funding they need to get auditors who will go after people like Trump? Or will they just continue to pick on the little people because it's cheaper and easier? They're not picking on me. I'm just saying people like us. Oh, Gretchen says the IRS is being audited by Treasury IG. Why? For what? For what? Please let me know. IRS and corporate America. Well, Democrats are less likely to let them game the system. Less likely, not entirely unwilling. King of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Strength, Page of Cups, Ten of Swords. Wow, that looks like Democrats are actually going to get some tax revenue out of big corporations. I'm shocked. I'm shocked, I tell you. Wow. This is that wussy little Democrats who can't do anything. Oh, wait. This is corporations. This is not the legal swords going into the backs of. This is yeah. That's a change. This is like some prosecution too. Interesting. Unexpected. Unexpected. For not going after corporations, Gretchen says. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, keep going after the little people. All right, victory. 6 of Wands, 3 of Wands, 9 of, yeah. I think there might be something here. Thank you for asking that, Gretchen. That turned out to be quite lovely. That was like the best news we got today. Well, that and the fact that Ukraine will survive. But Fran is saying it's said they're going after corporate for stimulus money. Thank you, Dave. Electra Storm says that was Biden's promise, remember? Well, yes, it's just, you know. Okay, so Steve had a question. It's the last thing, 1:30. It's question 13. Actually, I came back to it, but it's still question 13. Steve said, it's so disheartening to read yet another headline talking about how the New York District Attorney case against 45 is unraveling. I only get good news from you all. Well, let's check in. Let's check in. Offinger, Bragg. There are a lot of people involved in these cases. New York DA. DA case against Trump. There's still some push there. There's still some push to go forward with definitely people arguing for within the office for them to go forward with charges against Trump. Okay, I'm feeling that. Electra Storm says the New York governor can replace him. I hope she does. My understanding is she can't. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but Sarah actually, my friend Sarah was actually, she went digging and she found out, according to the, I believe, ACLU, it's only the state legislature that can get rid of Bragg. Which said a Ukrainian couple got married at a checkpoint. Good grief, these people are tough. Yes, they are. I saw that. Were they in fatigues, including her? But she just had this little white veil. Little white veil. Well, Trump thinks he's got a victory, but Trump's a pinhead. Knight of Cups. 8 of Swords, Star, Tower, Wheel of Fortune. Well, this is the case should go forward. This is people being hemmed in, so they couldn't go forward. But then this is big. Suddenly the energy goes from like down here to it goes up here. And if they're walking away from it, I don't think the energy would necessarily, I don't think this would be Wheel of, okay, let me see if I can get some clarification, because that's a little bit shocking. Which is I just found my wedding outfit. There you go. Electra Storm saying she can influence state legislature, though, to do it. Well, I hope she does and put somebody in there who will do his job or her job, their job. All right, so what is, okay, this looks like, and I would think if this was just going to peter out to nothing, it would just be minor arcana here, but suddenly the energy just goes wham. I don't know if that's because Letitia James goes forward and that kicks the DA in the rear end, which is kind of what it feels like a side of the inside of the foot, wham, right in his back end. That's a mental image I just got. Oh boy. Hang on, Electra Storm. That's a good question. Let me see what I've got here. Insult to injury. That's the situation we are currently in. 2 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, strength. See, this is this melted toddler, I'm not really going to work with you garbage that the Trumps do. Oh, I forgot my glasses. I can't answer that. Oh, I was going to help, but I'm just not. Oh, I don't know. I wasn't there. That's this garbage. That is the strength of the people questioning them. Trying to hold them accountable. So, is it state legislature going to do something about this, or is it is it Letitia James? That's what I got before, that it was actually, it's like Brad getting shamed into going forward. Fran said, oh my, I get all tingly when I hear Trump going down. Trump being taken down, yeah. Legally. Well, I still think Letitia James is going to have reason. She's going to, I don't know if she can just flat out dissolve Grift Co., as I call it, but it feels like she just dissolves Grift Co. All right, state legislature. They're not in a hurry. It would be, they'd really have to go out on a limb. And I don't know if any of them in the state legislature are willing to do that. Maybe. They don't feel like they're in a hurry. Letitia James. Oh. Fruits of labor, corruption, corrupt fruits of labor. I am woman, hear me roar. Boom. I think Bragg, is Bragg going to get shamed into doing his job? Oh. Oh, I'm glad you like the gif of the toddler with Trump's face. Pamela Bryant saying that she enjoyed that. I think that was yesterday. Yesterday, day before. So will Bragg and his prosecutor, will they get shamed into actually doing their jobs and going after Trump? Because if Letitia James, if she can basically, simplifying things, if she can basically walk into a courtroom, show the judge the document saying this is what he said they were, this is what he valued them at for purpose of taxes, this is what he valued them at for with the banks, massive differences, this is fraud, and yes, she wins the case. Bragg and his people are going to look really small. Diane Lasorda saying, once again, you have helped us understand what's going on. Oh, good. I hope the Dems get real tough and get these crooks in jail where they belong. I'm with you. Page of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, 2 of Cups. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that anything could work with Bragg. I'm gonna have to, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at his astrology, see if there's anything coming up that could get him out of, I don't know. Fran says, I know, I had to show my grandson. He doesn't like Trump. He just laughed his little heart off. Oh. And that is exactly where we're going to leave it for today. But thank you, guys. Thank you for your patience today. Thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate it. It is 2:10 here in Chicago, 2:10 p.m. In less than 2 hours, I'll be over on Book Art Media to do creative sprints, as we do every day. We do 4 25-minute creative sprints. You're always welcome, and we just encourage each other between sprints. Other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow. And today, since today is Monday, don't forget 1 week from tomorrow, so next week on Tuesday, Andre's coming back, and we're going to talk about the U.S. chart and what I'm calling I'm entitling it the U.S. chart and the markers of upheaval. That's a week from tomorrow, but tomorrow it'll just be me. I'll see you then. Please don't forget, there are good days ahead. We're in this together. Hang in there, okay? And I will definitely see you tomorrow. Take care.